Hello and good morning, everybody. My name is Bobbie Richardson. Today we're going to do some fun with tarot because I am a channeler, but I love to play around with tarot. So my guides always tell me to do what's fun, and so we do tarot once a week. And I'll also be doing some free readings after this as well for those that are in the chat bar, if this all works out, because at the moment, I have my daughter from Sweden who's brought my grandson here, and I'm just going to see, we're in a different room and everything because I don't want to wake them up. I had a big flight to come here, so we'll see how this all works. And I'm probably speaking a bit softer too because I'm just aware of them. Also, what else? Oh, that's right. And I did do a video that I said was really sensitive. Some people were saying it wasn't that sensitive, and I'm thinking maybe I'm sensitive. But also, I realized it triggered me. And I'm going to own that. You know, we do get triggered. And the reason why it triggered me, because I started to go back, and this is what I'm teaching. I teach others to do this, to go back and figure out where you were triggered. And I went back into 1974 when I was 7 years old, and I went to school, and I had the biggest heart for the world. Like, I loved everything. But I was extra sensitive at the same time. And I decided to go to the school, my class this day, wearing this t-shirt that had this world on it in these hands, and it said, "I care." And when I got there, everyone started to tease me. And I didn't understand, because I'm just like, I care about the world, and I care about everyone, and I care about you guys, and you guys are just picking at me. It was really triggering for them that someone had that much love for them anyway. So I got triggered by the movie that I just pulled out, because I pour my heart into everything that I do. And I think that's why I'm aligned with these, the Cyanians, because you have to be in a really heart frequency to be aligned with them, which is fantastic, and sensitive to be able to channel. So I've got all this that I have to deal with, as well as how to handle and navigate through the world, that I live in at the moment. So that was really interesting, and I just thought I wanted to share with you guys exactly why I was triggered a bit. Sorry. Any case, let's get into the tarot, and then we will do some free chat bar readings. So I'll grab. I'm all over the shop. I've got my tarots on my dresser at the moment. So this is Osho, by the way, our Osho tarot. Hey Mona, hey Maggie, hey Alice. Good to see you guys. Okay, we'll get into the energies at the moment though, but I did name this. I'm just going to pull that out. Sorry, guys. Video title. Like I said, I'm all over the show. Okay, we're all right now. Okay, I did name this Test It Again and Again. They're bringing up patience with me. Just be patient. And it's like, oh, for fuck's sake, really? How long do we wait for things to come right? But they also said it's not that you're waiting on the outside world, it's waiting for you to find peace within your own mind. Everything stems from that. We try to become wealthy, we try to become, secure, we try to become, surrounded by love and all that, purely in the end result, so that we can find peace within ourselves, so that we can live a life of peace. But the only thing that really needs to change or to align with that is our own minds, thoughts, how we deal with the world, how we process things, how we process triggering responses, how how we see ourselves, and how and like anger might come up, trying to control our outside world, that sort of thing. So really it just comes down to aligning with our own peace of mind. Any case, and everything else will stem from that. Abundance, love, security will stem from that. So it's just because we're still grasping the outside to catch up to us, or catch up to what we desire, but we haven't actually moved ourselves into the frequency of peace of mind to be able to allow everything to flow smoothly outside of us. Okay, we'll see what the tarots have to say anyway. Oh, that just jumped out. A couple fell out there. We'll take those. So we've got conditioning. Conditioning is the card of pretending that you're small when you're not. So he's a lion and he's trying to fit in with the sheep. So he's put sheep's clothing over him to try to fit in. But many of us, especially those that follow tarot and follow spirituality and follow things that I do anyway, are bigger than that. If we need to take our self-empowerment back, we need to become that roaring lion when we need to. We need to stand up for ourselves and say that we are unique, we are different, we aren't as everybody else is expecting us to be, that sort of game. So that's the conditioning card. And look what came out. I'm sorry, guys. I did say that I channeled through patience. And the cards have just confirmed it. So yeah, there is a timing and a cycle for everything. And what happens is it's like they're showing me like a circle, and we'll go from one point, we'll move to to clearing, and then we go to another point, and then we always do this full circle coming back again. So but when we do the full circle coming back again, if we clear a bit every time, and then we feel good about ourselves, and then something comes along and then it triggers us, and then we feel good about ourselves, and then something comes along, we trigger us and we heal, and then we so forth. So they're showing me a spiral though, and it gets closer and closer and closer and closer to your own self. Authentic self, which brings you peace of mind. So even though it feels like we're needing patience and we're going around in circles and it's time and time again, and oh my God, it still is. Every time you nip something in the bud, that it goes around, that cycle goes around, you are getting closer. You're not going further away. You're spiraling in towards finding love of self, or your authentic self, which will give you eventually peace of mind, where you realize you can navigate through the world because you have the courage to speak up, to say no, to set boundaries, to have all of those things through going through the cycle that we're going through. The other card that was turned over was the Lovers card. Oh, so big hearts, everybody. So we've got the conditioning, where we have to stand up for ourselves and become the unique self, and we're the only ones that are going to be supporting us. Then we have patience with all of this, guys, and then it will bring us back into our heart center, and that is uniting everything inside and out, recognizing that every time we do shift, our reality outside of us does shift as well. We're not just like in the past. They're showing me that in the past we would have gone through in a cycle, but we just kept going on the same loop. We never got closer, and we never shed anything. We never saw the problems as something that we could heal, because we're constantly putting our blame out onto somebody else for that, instead of bringing it in to look at self. And so yeah, this is a process, and the whole of 2023 is really it's It's like 2020, they're saying, was a snap awakening. 2021 was getting used to that, like going back into self and finding what the, like trying something, like finding out a little bit of something that was different. 2022 was, well, fuck, we tried everything. Now there's only one place to go, which is towards ourselves. And now 2023, we're okay. Now we can do the work. It's literally, they're showing me from 2020 to 2023. It's more to do with a very massive shift, a very big transformation. And August, coming into August, they're showing me the sun. They're showing me Leo the sun, which is shining our positive light, shining our just how beautiful we can be, and not being afraid of that. We had the thunderbolt that's come out though, so I'm thinking with that, it's like this. It's like if you tried to shine your light in the past, something would always come down and cap it, because the rest of the world wasn't ready for just how amazing you could be in this world, or you felt the rest of the world couldn't handle how amazing you could be, how authentic you being, that lion, or that Leo lion, right? And so you were concerned that every time you shine your light, a thunderbolt would happen and something would come crashing, make everything come crashing down. But they're saying to me, try it again, shine that light one more time. Oh my God. It's interesting, to say the least. I'm going to get another pack. I'll get the tarot and see what happens with the tarot. So we have the Hermit. This is the card of going within oneself to find the light, to find out just how bright you are, just how much you can shine. I'm just gonna, like, it's interesting that the Hermit's come out and we've got the Thunderbolt as well. They're like the two opposite sides of the self, because one goes within to find one's personal self and authentic self and where we are, who we are, and the other one is the outside world, or the spiritual world, just smashing everything down so that you have to jump, and because everything comes crashing down, and that's like the outside world coming to affect us, to shift us into something. So there's something about these two opposites coming together to meet in the middle, to find it's almost I'm feeling like find a space of an empty space within oneself where we no longer fear the tower, and we no longer fear what's within us, and we just are present, more present. And it's almost like letting go of the anxious mind, letting go of the anxious heart and the anxious body and all of that. And anxiousness comes from the logical mind trying to overprotect us, or our future, by putting us on high alert in the present. And that is anxiousness. And so when we come to realize whether a tower moment happens, or whether we have to take back our power from within, whatever way it goes, we can handle it. Or let's see what else comes out with the tarot as well. Hey, everybody. Hey, Sharon from Ireland. Nice. Maggie from Dublin. I love this. I love it when everyone comes together. I'm from Australia. Totally other side of the world. Oh, see? We come into our power. There's something about coming into our power, which is the Emperor card has just come out, through understanding how much we can freaking handle. Understanding that we can handle a lot more. We can take that we can take that sheep's cloak, that lamb's clothing off now. We don't have to overprotect ourselves. We can stand proud in who we are. We can become that emperor. You see, this Three of Swords is in reverse. And a Three of Swords is always somebody stabbed you in the heart, felt really bad. And Three of Swords to me is you've pulled those swords out. You've gone, you know what? You wounded me. Yeah, okay. I accept everything that I've gone through now as a massive lesson for myself to say, I love who I am and I will not be affected by you like that anymore. And even if the same scenario came up, I just go, you know, your story, I'm moving on. I know my worth. I know who I am and I'm moving on. And so, when you get to that point, like they made me put it on top of the lover, when you get to that point where you can handle a lot more and you can go, I can always pick myself up, then finding the love of your life, finding the true people that are around you that love you and accepting them for wanting to love you becomes a much easier thing, because you're no longer afraid of the swords anymore, because you'll just see it as somebody else's issues, not yours. And you don't take things so personally anymore because you know who you are. Literally the lesson that I just talked about, that I just gone through, I have to admit. But this is the energy, right? We are going through this energy of finding ourselves and our power. And what is power? Power is no longer reacting to those things that hurt you in the past. It is finding the strength within yourself to know thyself. If you saw the most powerful person, an elder or somebody, a benevolent being, they wouldn't be affected by somebody telling them that they're useless. They wouldn't be affected by any of that, because in their self, they've already strengthened their own core belief about who they are. They don't need anyone to tell them that they are good, and they don't need to listen to anyone that's going to tell them that they are not good. So this is all about, at the moment, we are learning to strengthen ourselves to the point where we are free of our own encompassing burden of trying to find our self-love through others and how they treat you. If someone treats you bad, it's on them. It's not you. And we constantly are concerned and worried about how other people are seeing us. And that is what ends up making us into this caught into the web of the people that can use that against you. No one can use something against you if you've taken your power back. Rejection by family is tough. It is, Maggie. It is. And like, even for myself, I've now accepted who I am. I'm going live. I'm doing all of this. But my daughter doesn't like this stuff. My parents don't know how far I've come, but I just see I've taken back my own power. It's okay. And it's like, this is who I am, and I'm doing it. I'm doing it for me. And sometimes I'll leak out that, yeah, I'm doing really well, but I'll never go into the details, because their world is a totally different world to my world. That's why I was born into that family. And I just accept it now. I don't try to push anyone into trying to believe who I am. I just accept myself. And so if I had to go on my own road. I left my family. I went to Australia. I had to do it all by myself. But in the end, it's really, really worth it, because I no longer need their authority. I no longer need their approval. That is the word I'm trying to find. I found my own approval, my own self-approval now. So then when I reconnected with them, all I wanted was to be with them, nothing more than that, just to have an experience as a family. And so there's nothing pushing and pulling against us anymore. We're just, and they accept me for who I am now. I'm never going to change, and I'll tell them I'll never change. This is who I am. We just choose to speak about things that we can all handle. And it's working extremely well. Like, they've created their reality and I respect it. And I've created mine because I respect it. They respect me. And yeah, so yeah, they've actually told me that they're proud, but they don't want to know about it. Interesting. I haven't met any of I've only met my soul partner. Sorry, Maggie's like talking to me through this. She's like, have you met any of your tribe members? I haven't met any of my tribe members yet, apart from my partner. That's the only person at the moment. So my tribe members are still going to be coming in. I know that for sure. That's my next step up. Okay, let's go. Let's see what else the tarots pull out. So we have the Hangman, life in a new perspective, seeing life in a different perspective. So here's this man, he's feeling really vulnerable, he's hanging upside down, he's looking at all these people, they're probably laughing at him, oh, look how silly you are, whatever. That's their perception of who he is. He could be looking at them going, oh, look, they're smiling, they're happy, I'm making them happy, and he doesn't care. He's just kind of relaxed there going, I am me and I love who I am. And it doesn't matter how the outside world reacts, because the outside world has their own stories that they're going through. I'm comfortable with how I feel about myself, and that's all that matters now. And I can move through my life by being, in a different perspective, through a different, seeing life through different eyes, and it's empowering for me. And that's all that matters, is what goes on in my head. It doesn't matter what goes on in somebody else's head anymore. Their reaction is not anything to do with me. Let's see what else. Ten of Swords comes out with that. I'll just see if another card comes out with that one. So Ten of Swords, and we have the Ten of Swords, which is, it's the end of one cycle. It's that person is like, I have had it up to here with everything going on in my life. I'm going to stand up, and all of these swords are going to fall out, because I don't care anymore, because it's kind of like when you get to that point where you just go, well, and I've gone through it all. I've just gone through it all. So if I've gone through it all and I'm still breathing, I'm still here, okay, well, I might as well just let go of everything and just be me, because the world has thrown everything at me and I've survived. I'm here. I'm still here. And it came out with the Knave of Chalice in reverse. And the Knave of Chalice to me is like an offering of something new, a new gift of something that will bring you into a new journey, but it's in reverse. So I think that saying with this card that you are the one that's going to give you this gift. It's almost like the final outcome for us is to go, I give myself my gift. I'm doing it. I tried to find it in the outside world. I tried to get it from somebody else. I'm going to gift myself my own peace of mind. I'm going to gift myself. It's like the last step is to return to gifting ourselves something and saying, this is how much I deserve. So when you say to yourself, I deserve more money coming in, I deserve more love coming in, I deserve more, a stable home, you're saying to the universe, and and through that, my own self-worth, it will happen. And so you're almost like, I'm seeing that magician card coming out. You're becoming the magician. You're becoming the person that actually creates your reality. And then you're seeing yourself as the power that you are. Oh my God, the last step was me all along. It was nothing to do with anybody else. Let's see what else comes up with another deck. 9 of Cups. See, we're coming to the end, and we're celebrating with others. Even though these two people here are sharing this cup on, going, oh my God, so in love. It's her that stood in her own power, that found her own self-love, that allows this to happen. It's us that stands in our power and says to the universe what we deserve, that allows anything to come into our life that we do deserve. The reflection is going to be on us, on how we feel about ourselves in the end. So what else have we got here? I'm going to do an Alice in Wonderland card. Yeah, thanks, Christina. Hit like if you like this and I want to see more. I'm not in my usual place, by the way, because I have my daughter and my grandson here from Sweden. I've never held him before, so he's so beautiful. I am so lucky. Anyways, I'm just brimming with love at the moment. Here we go. Okay. So, what does Alice in Wonderland want to say? Growing up, wanting to grow and experience rejection of perpetual youth. So we are literally stepping out of our naivety. We're stepping out of our smallness. We're stepping out of not using the excuse of well, I didn't know about that, so we're stepping out of, we're taking back, or like we're becoming the mature adults that we're supposed to become. It's like they always show me humanity as like a teenager being pushed into the corner of a room by a very overbearing father, and I'm now seeing humanity's consciousness standing up in that corner and saying to the father, no, freaking no more. You and I, you do not need to push me anymore. This is where you stop. And this is where I'm going to take my own power back. And this father's going, yeah, but you don't know about the world. You don't know about this could happen and that could happen. And the humanity's consciousness is going, yes, we do. We can take these reins. We know what we're doing now. We have got this. You need to step aside and allow us to be, to leave the nest and to make our own way. And that's how I'm feeling humanity's consciousness is going to be moving into this. There's going to be some that are doing it first, and then that they will show the others that it's okay. It's okay to move away from the patterns of society that's kept us small. It's okay. We've got this. And I'll see what else the star beings have to say as well. Thanks, Jason. Oh, too many star beings. So we have the inner temple. The inner temple. The inner temple, life lessons. I go within my shadow for deep spiritual growth. And yes, it is like I said at the beginning, it is a cycle. And we're like, oh my God, here we go again. Oh my God. But it's because this is breaking down the pattern of the illusion that was pulled over humanity's consciousness to keep us small. And that goes for an individual basis as well as a collective consciousness. And so it is a process. And guys, humanity's consciousness is leaping. We are taking new bounds now. We are starting to arise more and more as we go along. And it does depend on your own, the way that you look through the window of your room out to the world. Does depend on what window you look through as to what you see. Those that keep on watching the program and trying to fight the program are still going to see it as a fight. Those that take the window of I'm going to turn off the news, I'm going to turn off everything, and I'm going to now look within myself and shift up how I see me, are going to see the world in a whole different light. It's going to become something completely different. 16, the morning star, radiance. I shoot for the stars. Radiance is my birthright. And this is what's been broken up, the shadows that we're looking at within ourselves and taking back our power is bringing us into radiance. I'm going to pull up something that I actually wrote. Actually, yeah, it goes with what I wrote this on Facebook. I'll just quickly pull it up. I said, oh, that's so funny. It was right there. I said, no, it wasn't that one. It's feeling like we are being tested again and again. One day I'm just going to explode with light. And that's literally what we're doing. We are being tested again and again. And we keep on like, I'm going to shine my light. It's like this pulse. I'm going to shine my light. And then the test drops away and the people go, whoa, whoa, whoa. And, different friends and that fall away from you because you've shone your light a little brighter. But it's like a pulse. And then you go back into the program and then someone comes at you again and I'm going to shine my light and I'm not going to go where you guys are going. Then one day it's just going to go, I'm just going to become light. That's it. Guys, I'm exploding all over the show. I'm exploding all over this universe. and we become this morning star. We become the star of our own show. We become the star of our own show because we are exploding with our own light and we are no longer afraid. Anyone that tries to bring their own darkness over us is just doesn't even water off a duck's back, doesn't even make a dent, because our light is that big. We become masters, and this world ends up being a million masters walking this world, and we feel so empowered within ourselves that we all come into alignment of recognizing ourselves as source energy going on a journey. We finally get there and we don't judge anyone for their journey anymore. We understand that all journeys here are meant to be taken from the heart within, from the mind within, and then we are literally grounding heaven on earth. We're literally grounding our heaven, our utopia on earth. And, for those, I'm not religious at all, so I don't usually use those words, but it does come up a lot when it for some reason when I channel. Okay. What else have I got to go? I'll do one more, for some reason, one more Alice in Wonderland card. I don't have my animal cards here with me, so I'm doing this from my bedroom. I'm all mixed up. I'll put all those aside. One more Alice in Wonderland card because I don't have my animal cards. I forgot. And then we'll open up for a few one-on-one readings. So if you want a one-on-one reading, just say yes in the chat bar. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't. I keep forgetting to say that. And I do have inspirational messages that are fed through me. So if you want to go on my homepage, there's literally hundreds of messages, video messages that are, with music and beautiful imagery and stuff. If you want to go have a look at those. And I just did another interview as well. It was with somebody who has a channel called Life After Life NDE, but they wanted me to talk about abundance, manifesting, that sort of thing. So we'll see how that one works out. Never jam today. Promises that never come to be. Empty words, not living in the now. So when we try to control our world, we think we know when we try to control our outer world, we think we know what other people should be doing to make our life better. And so we project our world from the inside out of, if I can control that, and I get them to say that, or I get them to do that, or I get them to be with me, or I get them to give me that, then you are literally living in this world that's not living in the moment. And so you come to that point of never jam today. I never get what I really want. This is a good card, an indication to say that we need to drop that illusion. We really do need to drop that illusion. That illusion is never going to change your outside world. All must have prizes. Trying to please everyone. Yeah. And that's the other side of that coin, is trying to please everyone. So trying to control everyone or try to people please everyone. You're still looking outside yourself. Bring it back in. It's really important at the moment. Okay, let's get into Sharon Keegan. Sharon Keegan into readings, free chat bar readings. I can hear people are waking up too, so I'm going to have to be a bit quicker with this. But Sharon Keegan. Sorry, it distracted me in those last two cards as well. That's all right. Let's go with the flow. Sharon Keegan, Queen Chalice. Ooh, you got a good card there. So you're coming into self-mastery of self-love, understanding more about who you are, and the lessons that you've just gone through are bringing you into this. So if you've gone through something that you've gone, for fudge sake, it literally is bringing you into your own queendom, your own understanding that you have the power within you to shift your reality. I'm also seeing there's a river. See the river that's beside her? That's the journey of life, the flow of life, the journey of your life. Sometimes it's rapid, sometimes it's not. And trying to master ourselves through the journey of life, not trying to master the actual river. You will never change the river. You can only change who you are and how you master your life. Yeah, it's a big lesson that you're going through at the moment. Okay, Emily Hart. Emily Hart. You have 10 of Chalice, but it did come out sideways, so it kind of skidded in sideways. 10 of Chalice is like one of the beautifulest cards. Like you're finding peace within yourself, and so your family life is like, it's such a beautiful outcome, but it's sliding on in there. It's like you're skimming across your world. Your reality is kind of like coming from a place of, oh my God, and then skimming into, I suppose they're showing me it coming in a slower, not slower, but it's like there's still little bumps in your road that are coming, but the 10 of Chalice is, oh my God, I've got there. But you might even not have recognized that you've got there, or you might have slipped into something that, like gifts coming your way or something happening of peace of mind for you, but you don't actually realize it's actually happened until, anyway, right at the end there. I am distracted, guys, so I just must say that, because I am so aware of a baby being in the house. I'm trying to keep myself living in the moment with you guys, but I'll just do a couple more. So sorry about that. if anyone's seen me read, normally on Tuesday, I'm really in the zone. Okay, Jason, I'll just be honest with you. So, Jason, no way. How can the Ten of Cups come out again? You know what? I'm starting to see with this, there's this pattern of people who have actually done the work and started to figure themselves out. There's going to be some massive gifts coming your way. And I'm going to say that for you too, Emily Hart. There's going to be some gifts coming your way. Be open to that. Like, have your arms open and ready to receive. There's something that's shifting up where we're switching it into justice or karmic justice or something coming your way. Really nice, because I completely shuffled that card in and it just jumped right out again. Oh, thanks, Sharon, for letting me know, because I'm wondering if I'm in the moment enough with you guys. Okay. Who else have we got? Dolores. Whoa, Dolores. Okay. And we have 9 of Pentacles. See, look at all these gifts coming our way. But you've done the hard work for this. You've worked really hard for where you're coming from. You've done a lot. And I think you're like, finally, there's something coming in, but I still see this blindfold on this bird that's standing out. So be aware that sometimes gifts can come not in the way that you thought, because you're thinking, or your logical mind is trying to control your outside world and saying that it has to come in this way for me to understand it. Sometimes gifts come in sideways, as if they're going to, and then they're all of a sudden in front of you and you're like, whoa, I didn't expect it to come in like that. But they want you to be willing enough to see it, the opportunity or a gift coming your way. There is a lot that's going to shift up. Those that can handle stepping into their own vulnerability enough, it's like the weak will now rise. Those that are willing to stand into their own vulnerability are going to start to rise. Things are going to flip over. And for those that have looked at themselves, done the shadow work, really figured out that how they feel about themselves does really matter, then the matter will reflect back to that. And we're shifting our reality up like that. We're starting to see opportunities where before we saw none, because we were sitting in a victim state of mind or a people-pleasing state of mind. And now we are starting to see opportunities where before we saw none. Yeah. You know what, guys, because everyone's waking up, I'm going to probably leave it here today. I'm sorry I've cut it short for everyone, but I have to respect and honor myself as well with all of this. I want to hold my grandson. I still haven't held him because he came in last night and he's still getting used to me. So I'm so excited about that. In any case, definitely on Thursday, I'm doing some channeling. And if you want to come in the chat bar, if you have some questions to do with the ascension process or anything, even ETs, anything spiritual or pretty paranormal, anything like that. I love answering questions like that. And next Tuesday, I will come back and do another tarot. I'm starting to feel another shift up with my channel as well. I know that I'm channeling through the Cyanians, but I'm thinking I might shift it up to something else as well. There's something feels like I need to break up everything again and reshuffle. We'll see where that all goes. But yeah, thank you guys and love you heaps. Bye.